Hey, I don't have an intro joke for today. Might as well check out my list. Well, it appears I have no choice but to do that. You've seen how missions in the Sly series can be a pain in the neck, but now you're going to see how fun they can be. Missions can sometimes make you want to throw things across the room, but then you have those missions. The ones that keep you invested and make you find reasons to thank Sucker Punch for making Infamous. Is it me or does the script seem awfully familiar? The mission can be entertaining, exciting, or have a spectacular atmosphere. Oh, and watch out. Spoiler alert. Alright, looks like I have nothing left to say, so let's begin. Sly 2 may be flawed in some areas, but I personally think it has the best selection of missions in the entire series. And to start off this list, we have something simple yet fun. It's one of the first missions in the game, and it's theater pickpocketing. The goal of this mission is to turn off the security in the printing press room, so you'll have no security when you attempt the heist. There's just one problem. There's no way to get up to where you need to destroy the security things, so you need to pick keys from guards' pockets that'll turn off some fans. Sounds easy, and that's because it is. But that's what I like about it. Not only that, but it helps build the stealthy atmosphere these games are known for. It's just a nice mission. I may be alone on this, but I think Thieves in Time has the weakest selection of missions in the series. Not that it's bad, but it's just forgettable in my eyes. And my eyes never lie. So it makes sense to put in the final level, the final mission from the game on here. Deja vu all over again. This mission starts off with Sly trying to save Carmelita, but ends up getting captured himself. Way to go, Sly! Meanwhile, Bentley rallies up all the Cooper ancestors to get all their canes back. And that's where this mission truly happens. The first ancestor you play as is Ryoichi, then Bob, then Salim, then Sir Gareth, and finally Tennessee. I love these types of levels and where all your skills are put to the test. Once all the canes have been saved, the Coopers finally rescue Sly and Carmelita from the clutches of the villain La Paradox. Sly then fights him in a pretty anticlimactic boss fight, which is why the mission is really low. Other than that, this mission was a really good final level. Sly 1's selection was probably the second weakest in the series, as there was only one that stuck out in my head. That one is Boneyard Casino. First off, when have casinos never been cool? When you're not losing all your money. This one's cool too. It starts off with some slot machines as you make your way to some lasers. One thing this game did right was having you be cautious of lasers and lights, as that could set off some alarms. You sneak past some guards and come into this flooded area. Yeah. How to get flooded? Does the game ever tell you that? Because I'd really like to know. The highlight of this mission happens at the end, in where Bentley tells you that to get the treasure key, you must jump on parts of a wheel 3 times like those wheels at casinos. What? I don't know the names of them because I'm not 21, people! Jeez Louise! Sly 3's mission selection wasn't as good as Sly 2's, but it's still a darn good selection. X marks the spot makes me want to find some actual treasure, except I can't cause reality sucks. Man, real life is just biting me in the butt today. This mission involves finding Dimitri's grandfather's treasure. It begins with you taking out the guards on a ship and then stealing the ship. The sailing in this game can be hit or miss. It can be fun for a couple of moments, but then it just gets really boring after a while. I don't want to talk about this part, so moving on. Once you reach the island where the treasure supposedly is, you find a statue and break out your treasure map. Holy crap, these parts of the game are fun. It's really cool to solve riddles on your own and find a way to the end. Once you find the treasure, the game pulls a Hades and kidnaps Penelope in front of you. Bad game. That's a bad game. Ever since I could remember, I've always had this fascination with bars. It's just interested me that there's a place where everybody knows your name. With that Cheers reference out of the way, Lemon Rage. The mission starts with a really funny line.
I'm not sure I can do it. How do you guys get angry?
Find the match deep inside yourself. Light it, and let the fire burn up your guts and boil your blood.
Yeah, I pretty much do the same thing.
Then you go inside the lemonade bar, because since it's a kids game there's no alcohol, to challenge the dingoes there to a drink-off. To win the competition, you need to mash away any button on your controller. This can be bad, especially by this doofus, but I kind of like it. When you win, the drinking dogs think that you cheated and try to kick you out. This transfers into a bar fight. I imagine this is what inspired Uncharted 3. When you think it's all over and you've taken the bar, boom! A surprise boss fight. You fight a guard who's being controlled by the Mask of Dark Earth, the only villain in the series who's an inanimate object. It's a pretty okay fight. This mission teaches you the lesson of life. Don't drink. Ever. Let's end the first half of this list with the first heist on this list, Operation High Road. The goal of this mission is to steal the clockwork eyeballs from the Contessa, a dastardly female baddie who hypnotizes criminals to tell her where they've hidden their loot. That's more evil than Activision and EA combined! So now you gotta steal those eyes and save the world from her crawly creepiness. It starts out with Murray typing in a code to turn off the spotlights around the Contessa's castle. Murray's not just muscle, you know. Then Sly and Bentley paraglide down onto the Contessa's blimp and then into her re-education tower. Bentley then hacks an old terminal that goes into Carmelita's restraints. Oh, did I mention that the Contessa has Carmelita? Did I also mention that the Contessa is evil? Anyway, you steal the eyes, but Neela, being the backstabber that she is, steals one of them. You then chase her down, which involves paragliding and running just to chase this chick down. Meanwhile, Bentley tries to shoot down some planes, acting awesome in the process, until he gets shot down by Carmelita. Murray then gets inside a tank to chase Carmelita down, which, like I said in the previous list, isn't that good. Sly then finds Neela tangled in a web made by the Contessa, and then you begin a fight with her. This fight may be really easy, but it's still a good fight to end the episode. Overall, this mission just has so much going on in it, it's just so exciting. I can't think of a way to end the segment. Let's carry over to Sly 3 for our second heist on the list, Operation Moon Crash. And no, it has nothing to do with Majora's Mask or the deletion of Final Fantasy XIV, just a heads up. This mission is about destroying the Mask of Dark Earth. First, the Guru will try to destroy the helicopter by ramming guards into it. This part can take some time to master, as you've got to jump off before the helicopter detects you. Once that's done, Murray, coated in oil that I hope doesn't mutate him, and disguised as a moon spear, drops in to destroy the mask. Meanwhile, Carmelita drops in and the mask lands on her. Then she grows in anger, and now you got to sleep dart her. This, of course, doesn't work, and she grows even larger. You escape in a big truck in a way that would make Godzilla jealous. She begins to throw explosives onto your truck, so you got to throw them back at her. This still doesn't work, and she just grows even larger. So now you gotta stop her the only way you know how, climbing up her bootlaces and trying to pry the mask off her. This mission is just so out of nowhere with its setup, it's just so unforgettable. And now to end the segment with...
Run! It's Godzilla!
One of the reasons I love Sly Cooper is that it can throw curveballs at you in missions. This basically means that you may think one mission will go one way, but it'll go another. The best example is probably Operation Canada Games. Jean Bisson, the villain of the episode, has the clockwork talons and is tearing up the entire North with them. Desperate to put in a message about nature, the Cooper gang sets off to win the Lumberjack Games, a competition where contestants will face off in lumberjack challenges to have a chance at winning the clockwork talons. Our first contestant is Murray the Hippopotamus, who's got a really nice chopping technique. Next up is Jean Bisson, who has successfully won the games every single year. What's this? One of our contestants has placed an egg in the pocket of Bisson and now is being swarmed by eagles. What type of felony is this? Our next challenge is wall climbing, and it looks like Sly Cooper is doing a pretty fine job, if I do say so myself. Bisson is attempting it, and oh dear, he's being roped down by Murray, the humanity! Finally, our first cheater, Bentley, is attempting the log rolling competition. Hopefully there's no more cheating. Oh, come on! That's it. I'm done here. I don't get paid enough to do this. Sorry about that, guys. Our announcer is currently having a mental breakdown. Stupid cheaters! Anyway, Bison finds out it's the Cooper gang and knocks them out cold, but apparently Bentley survives, and they wake up in Bison's hideout. Bentley then finds Bison and he tells him that he sold every clockwork part to the leader of the Claw Gang, Arpeggio. You then fight him in what I think is the best boss in the game and the entire series. After that, you find out that Arpeggio's blimp is on its way to your location, so you race down to hide on it. This mission is so unexpectedly good. I also apologize for this segment being very, very long also. Sly 3 is an awesome third installment. It gave us more worlds to explore, the gameplay is still epic with new playable characters, and the Cooper Vault is one of the best final levels I've ever played through. I put the 3 final missions on here because they're too close together to say they're separate. Before the mission begins, you find out that the main villain of this episode, Dr. M, has worked with Sly's father when they were a bunch of young thieves just like the Cooper gang today. He found out about the Cooper Vault and became obsessed with trying to get it open. He couldn't open it no matter how hard he tried, as only a Cooper can open it. Now that Sly is on this island where the vault is, his dream is finally realized. Well, I think I've heard enough lore for one day. So now, in this final mission, you go to chase Dr. M down before he gets to the inner sanctum. While you're on your way, you can read some signs detailing the Cooper family and the moves they created. I think this is a nice addition to the level that makes it more interesting. The ancestors also play into the level design. For example, if there's a part of the level involving Ryoichi, you can bet there's going to be some spire jumping. When you reach the end of this section, you see your father's sign and a move that Sly hasn't learned yet, even though it's just a rail slide but on a laser. Yeah, I don't get it either. While this is all happening, Bentley and Murray are just chilling. Oh wait, here comes some trouble. Dr. M's goons break in and you go and stop them. Dr. M then breaks into the vault and now you go to play as Bentley to stop him by placing crystal things on Dr. M's back. Finally, M goes after Sly and you face him in an excellent final boss. Carmelita breaks in and Sly, being the heroic hero fart that he is, jumps in front of a blast to save her. Now you finish off Dr. M and Sly appears to have everyone's favorite plot point, amnesia. You escape the crumbling cave, ending the mission and the entire game itself. This was a well-deserved mission to be the last mission in the trilogy. Now, I normally don't do this, but since there are a lot of missions I considered for this list, here are some honorable mentions. Now, what could possibly top all these outstanding feats of stuff? Well, it may come as a surprise for some of you people out there, and it might not for others. My favorite mission in the entire Sly Cooper series, and one of my favorite levels of all time, is Operation Choo Choo. Strange choice, huh? Well, let me explain. Train levels have always been my favorite type of level for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you're just going in a straight line and the level itself is moving along with you. I have no idea, but I love them either way. At this point in the episode, you stop all the Iron Horse trains which contain the clockwork parts you need, except for one. Iron Horse number 3. What Bentley says is the hardest train to steal from. But luckily you happen to be Sly Cooper and in a PlayStation 2 game, so this should be a cakewalk. This is a much longer train than the ones you've been on. First you come upon some guards, then you enter a laser room that in order to get across you have to crawl under some luggage. Then you see Jean Bisson in the next car talking about Canadian stuff that I don't care about. When suddenly Neela, being the huge backstabber that she is, shows up in a gosh dang jet. Bentley tries to stop Neela by using his Archie C chopper in a pretty cool boss fight. You know what else is cool? This line!
That was some fancy flying, little friend.
Whatever you say, Poodle.
You then proceed to go under the train, which makes me wonder how the game could handle all these planks. Once you finally reach the front of the train, Neela still has one more shot at destroying, thus you fight her again as Bentley. Finally, you get the part and the mission is all over. I love this mission for many reasons. For example, the music in this level is really good. It's so atmospheric and it kind of reminds me of being up in the mountains in a house with no electricity like in the old days. Secondly, this level is really simple. You just need to make it to the front of the train and nothing else. I love that in a level, and this is why I love this mission so. I'm Pop Biscuit, and you're all poodles. Hey, where are you going? This video isn't over yet because I have something very important to tell you. I made a cameo in my friend the Earthquake's Top 10 Beaches in Video Games. In that cameo, I died. Trust me, it makes more sense if you watch the video. I said watch it! Oh, that's not... Oh my gosh. Oh no. Ah. Oh, this is not good. Oh, wow. Oh, man. You think he'll notice?